I click on that we go live. The mic, you need to switch on the mic.
Unmute my audio.
Yes, perfect. So we made it, Tammy. And we are live already in the Facebook group, right?
All right, lovely.
Whatever we say is recorded. So we haven't seen each other for 3 years.
Say again?
We haven't seen each other for 3 years.
It really? I feel like yesterday.
And you know what? This I have, like with my friends. Sometimes I see them like only once a year because they live far away. But it always seems to me like it was yesterday. This beautiful connection. And before we start, right? So like Tammy is my guru. Tammy is a yoga teacher. And I basically teach real flow yoga thanks to Tammy, right? So everybody who's coming to my classes, it's thanks to this woman. And I just want to say that this talk will be about the beauty of yoga and how it nicely connects the body and mind. Because we had this course, Eat Clean, Get Lean. And even if we know what we know now and we know what we should eat, sometimes, you know, the conscious mind is not doing what, like, the subconscious
self-sabotage.
Something else. And you know, yoga is helping me really a lot, even in the work as a nutritionist.
Yeah.
And I just want to like share the story how I actually got to Tammy, because Tammy is based in London, or actually somewhere like anywhere in UK, or how? Because
I moved to the coast, the southeast now.
So you teach now there, but you teach even online, and we will introduce the programs basically that we do, because you have brilliant programs. And that's how I started with Tammy, because I found her in Groker, right? There is this website Groker, and people can find it on your website as well.
Yeah.
For me at that time, yoga was mostly about, like, you know, the positions. I wanted to have a long, clean muscles. And Tammy is extremely toned, because Tammy is also a Pilates teacher. And she was combining all the classes in like interesting way. Because people usually imagine yoga as being like, oh, you will have to meditate there and hold all the mudras, and that it will be boring. But with you, that yoga was fun. I was doing that yoga for athletes. Do you remember?
Yes, yes.
And you have even amazing video, yoga for digestion.
In that series, yeah.
So I was totally like hooked on after a couple of months. And then I checked your website and I saw that you were doing a yoga retreat connected with a yoga teacher training. And I was never thinking about becoming a yoga teacher. But after those 2 weeks with you, I realized that it's so beneficial, and that yoga is not the positions on the mat that you hold, but it's actually the philosophy that you explain so nicely. And what I also loved, the yoga that you teach, this real flow yoga, that it's mix of different kinds of yoga, and that you even have it all based on the season and the mood and the weeks. Like, do we feel more energized Monday, Tuesday? Do we need to relax more on, I don't know, Wednesday? Like, you will tell us all about it. And what I also loved, when you were explaining in a very easy way the philosophy behind it, what is actually like real flow? What is the state of flow? Would you like to say something about that?
Yeah, okay, thank you. Yeah, so firstly, it was absolutely an honor to have your energy in the group, the training. What a firecracker. It was such a great addition to the course, and I'm really pleased to be talking with you now on these topics, because they're so important, and nutrition and lifestyle is so connected to yoga, and yoga can really enhance nutrition. Yeah. So it's great. So yeah, the ethos of real flow yoga, it came about as a culmination of my experience of practice and teaching for over a decade in London and all types of people. So I wanted to, because I you know, I realized it's not the same thing for everyone. You have to do different things for different people. You have to adapt the sessions for it to be effective.
Yeah.
It's probably like nutrition. You can't just say, oh, this is the same meal and way of eating for every person. Everyone's got a unique energy and temperament and body type. So you have to adapt the yoga in the same way. So from that, I took a very student-focused approach and realized that it's all about aligning and yielding to what is required in the moment. So when you are able to adapt, then you make the most from life, because you align yourself with the cosmos rather than against the tide, you know, and then everything becomes effortless when you skillfully align yourself, and doing so is called flow state, really. And positive psychologists, they've already very much studied this idea of flow state, and it's something we all know as human beings. It's part of the human condition to experience being in flow and what that means, and it's that time when you're not distracted by anything else and you feel at one with what you're doing whilst you're doing it. Sometimes athletes call it being in the zone. So maybe you can think of an example where you've been in flow or in the zone, and it's like when cooking, or when maybe some people jogging, or painting a picture, or dancing to music, or in the grips of a loving embrace. You know, we've all felt those moments where time disappears, where we don't think about anything else, we're not distracted, but we're in union with the moment and with the cosmos, and that is flow state. And it's part of every human being to experience that condition, but it does take work and skill and discipline and effort in order to cultivate flow state. So this is what my yoga is really for. It's about accessing flow state more regularly in your normal life through the practices of yoga, because flow state is actually scientifically proven to improve well-being, increase happiness, increase productivity, increase learning. So it puts to be in flow state is that optimal performance state of being. So it's really fantastic.
And how quickly, basically, because everybody wants quick fix, right? So nobody like, well, do I have to like do it? Do I have to do yoga every day for 1 hour? I mean,
I stopped that. I know it's all about you know, maximum output from minimum effort. I know that's what people want, that's what people need. People are busy, right? So the way and approach to this is you have to take yoga off of the to-do list. Your to-do list is so long already. I know it, everyone's is. Like, you've got so much to do, so little time. If you then on top of that say, oh, I must do yoga and meditation 40 minutes, 20 minutes a day, every day. No, it's just not going to happen, because you're going to feel burdened. So the best approach to it is just to make your daily life more yogic. So in those little moments where you've got, like, you could have pepper in little trigger points throughout the day. I'm brushing my teeth. I could make this a mindful moment. So I can be, okay, I can check my posture whilst I'm brushing my teeth. I can do my pelvic floor exercises. You know, you have to do it every day. So it's just habit. So make the pelvic floor a habit. You do that when you're brushing your teeth. Or when you're cooking a meal, again, your posture, how you're breathing. Every time you have an interaction or a disagreement with your partner, that could be an opportunity where it's a trigger. I do my deep breathing when I'm with my partner, because he's so annoying, right? So
and the breathing, like, that was in that yoga teacher training, that was the most important part, because I realized that I am not inhaling into the belly and not expanding the rib cage, and it's so, or it was challenging for me to like learn that. But when you practice it every single day, and even just for 5 minutes, right?
Yes,
you can do it. Or even inhaling just into right lung and then the left lung. That mindfulness, this is just like so amazing. And what I was teaching in this course, this Eat Clean, Get Lean, was activating that parasympathetic nervous system, that rest and digest, which can be done only with the breath. So if we would want to share, like, if people have only 5 minutes, right? What breath or what should they concentrate with the breathing on?
slow. Slow. Don't say take a deep breath, because that freaks people out and it can make you even feel too much pressure. And the whole idea, my ethos is all about take off the pressure, take off the demands, take off the burdens, take yourself into just the understanding that a slow breath leads you there. So really, really natural, slow breath, because guess what? The diaphragmatic breathing is how we are naturally, functionally designed to breathe. So you'll be doing it if you breathe slowly. You know, a lot of people, they are stressed. When they're stressed, their diaphragm actually gets caught and stuck up here, and they got holding here, and then they have like just using the breath here in the shoulders, the secondary muscles. But if you can make your breath reach into your belly by slowing the breath right down, that will mean that you're doing the diaphragm breath. So there's not actually you can strip it of all the technique and all the fancy, like, sophisticated methodology. No, just keep it really simple by saying to yourself, I'm going to take a slow breath, and really, as if you're drinking the breath, sip it slowly. Like the Chinese say, they say, drink your food and eat your drink. You know, that methodology of you're eating food until it's liquid, you're chewing it until it's liquid. So you drink your food, and then with the drink, you eat your drink. So you're having it in your mouth really slowly, as if it's solid, yeah? And then that encourages like slow, and you get all the digestive enzymes. Well, it's the same with the breath. You get more life force from your breath if you drink the breath slowly. So
and how is it with inhale and exhale? Because from my personal experience, I relax more when I exhale for longer. And when I let go, when I do like,
lovely, yeah, because that's releasing the jaw as well, which helps all the nerves as well. So yeah, however you want, if you vocalize your breath, that can release so much stress, you know, and pain and frustration. It's better than swearing. So like, vocalize your breath. We use it for pain management, say in childbirth, you know, like vocalizing, and it releases emotional tension as well. So just like, however, that's why singing can be really therapeutic too. If you've got a nice singing voice, or even if you don't.
Well, even if you don't, for me, that was like, I'm not really good singer, but
no, but that's how chanting is all about, that accessing that same therapy. It's like liberating the voice, and the breathing exercise in the same way, like you say, like relax the jaw, just let whatever sounds come out, like oh. Sometimes your arms are low, sometimes they're high, it depends on the vibration going on. So this releasing of the exhale, making the exhale even longer, without force, without struggle, just let the exhales, watch the exhales, and watch and observe as they get a little bit longer, and that will really help you unravel all of the tension and get you into your parasympathetic nervous, your rest and digest part of the nervous system.
So I really like this. And for example, even for me, before I eat, I try to do the like inhale, exhale. How many, cycles of breath do you recommend from your experience? That is five. Yeah. And inhale, exhale. So let them, if they're starting, if they have never done this breath technique, counting inhale on a count of 4.
4, 5. I like to do 8, but I've been doing this for a while, and I could do longer. But 8.
Inhale on 8 and exhale on 8.
Yeah, that's what I like to do, but it's totally up to you, and it's up to everyone. Like if I tell a beginner, oh, go 5 seconds or 8 seconds, again, that will stress them out, and that does no, you need to take a very gentle, natural approach to it, not to force it.
Fantastic. So now we know about the breathing.
You do 3 seconds, sometimes 3. Whatever you can get to, you challenge yourself, and then you can build it up.
Fantastic. So with you, so we have this program, and I will share the link. I could actually maybe I can share the screen, and we can look at it together just for a little while, so that people can imagine in a better way. what your websites look like, right? Because I was just looking at it. Yeah, so this is Tammy. Where she explains really, really nicely. So we have it. The website is Real Flow Yoga.
Yeah.
And then you go to courses and you have this online yoga course. So there is no excuse for people to say, I don't have time for it. And also, let's say that not everybody wants to purchase immediately something. That's normal, right? So you also have some free videos so they can first see if they would manage, because maybe they think, I'm not so flexible, I cannot do it, I don't have time. So you always have a taster sessions, and then they can purchase the program. But let's also say that every time, there is a saying, when we pay attention.
It's so
every time
true.
when you have something for free, you are not going to make the time for it. And every time when you invest into yourself and there is a value for you, you find the time. So this amazing program, so of course we can look even at the curriculum. What is it about? Okay, let's maybe start in here. So it's not only about exercise, but I can see that you even have their thematic weeks. So self-awareness and self-acceptance. And I love this topic, right? Because, you know, self-love, last week we were talking to Sam and she will have that self-love festival. And self-awareness and self-acceptance is part of it. Would you like to say something about it?
Well, yeah, definitely. We have to start where we're at. So the theme is just all about really coming to terms with, you know, maybe it's your present weight gain that you don't want to pay attention to. You don't want to go on the scales or whatever. You just have to face up to exactly where you're at in that moment. And this is the beginning steps to cultivating a positive relationship with yourself, with your life and relationship with others from there. So yeah, the program is a 4-week program. So it's 30 days yoga reset, and it's for all levels of practitioner, so open to complete beginners. And all it asks is for you to spend 30 minutes a day.
And can you rewatch it after, or is it limited by the time?
It doesn't expire, so you have limited access forever. So you could keep repeating the program, and maybe there's some videos in it that you really love and you just do those particular videos, and that's fine too. But each week you go through from Sunday to Saturday. Sunday is a reflection day where you learn about a philosophy topic, particularly here on the theme. And then Monday to Friday, your working week, is when you do a 30-minute physical practice. And Saturday is relaxation, meditation. Really important to do that as well. Carve out time for that. So yeah, and then week 2 is resilience and adaptivity.
So is it, so it's a 30 days, 30-minute yoga reset. So you need 30 days, 30 minutes every single day.
Yeah, but the weekend is really just journal reflecting and videos to watch, like, you know, some of them are TED Talks and really inspiring material for you to like journal on for that week and make it relevant to your life and relatable to what you need at the moment. So yeah, it's just a little, the Sunday's all about setting the theme for the week, setting your own goals and intentions, and having a bit of a context for your practice. So that everything it all threads together, not just your yoga on the mat, but your whole lifestyle. And yeah, it can be quite transformative to practice in this way. You can really break habits and start new habits.
And also the like open-mindedness that you can, you know, somebody is giving you the information and you can look at it from another angle. And again, like writing down, I like journaling. I was actually, when we were doing the yoga teacher training, I think I was doing it the most. And I know that I was reflecting about that. I got my physical body under control. You know, I had the muscle, I could run and everything, but I was not able to take control over my mind and my emotions. And my goal from this yoga teacher training was to get it under control and understand how I can get it under control. And that, of course, it did not happen just like in the in the training. But let's say it took me another 3 years to get there. So now it doesn't mean, right, we don't get angry. We still get angry, but we can work on it and we can move away from that feeling, anger, fear. Like
all emotions are valuable, and all emotions are a gift because they're messengers from, you know, from within that are telling you more about what is required in your environment. Your subconscious, you know, is revealing to you, coming up through your emotions. So you must express them, you must accept them, must learn to recognize them and see what they mean. And they can help guide you and serve you to show you what you need. And actually, a lot of emotional messaging actually comes from the gut. You know, the gut, the intestines, it produces serotonin, which is that hormone that makes you happy. People with IBS and digestive issues have very low levels of serotonin, and they always have IBS. And you know, so depression and IBS is very linked. And
exactly. I see this with my clients, you know, they have diarrhea, constipation, they are bloated. Like that's my main topic. And it's because their microflora is not in optimal state. And it's not in optimal state because they're stressed. They have high levels of cortisol. And if you have high levels of cortisol, this microbiota is not growing well. And then they cannot produce the 70% of the serotonin. So then you cannot be happy and you are constipated. So it's this vicious
cycle. And you keep pushing it down into your gut, all of these difficult emotions. And what happens is it does that inside of you. Whereas the yoga is a way of actually allowing your emotions to process in a really healthy way that doesn't destroy you or sabotage you. It just allows it to process in a way that actually enlightens and lightens you. You know, that's the whole path of yoga, is about enlightenment. It means this process of becoming lighter. So
and
it's
also, like, I remember in your sequences, because they're so brilliantly put together, that even when I was doing the fish pose, and you know, I even started crying, like crying for no reason. And then you explained always nicely to us that it's normal, that it's in that fascia, all the emotions that were stored there through this practice, it just all went away. And that feeling, even that was so nice. I loved it.
It's the best therapy for me, because I've tried talking therapy, you know, where you go to a counselor and you talk it all out, and that has a certain benefit in some contexts. But actually, for me, I always go back to the yoga when I feel like I've got things, because it's therapy without the need to go into storylines and narratives and stay in your head. It's actually resolving and working through any trauma or difficulty, literally physically through the body. And that, you know, the flow state framework, it's all about intelligence, and intelligence of the body mind, which is your instincts, the heart mind, which is your intuition, and the head mind, which is your intellect. So the intellect, the intuition, and the instinct are all your intelligence. You can't ignore the heart, you can't ignore the body. It's not all just about the head. Intelligence is the holistic framework of intuition, instinct, and intellect. And they all need to work together to support each other for you to live in flow state and to live attuned with your environment. And you know, when you start seeing the world in that perspective, you realize that everything's a gift. The anger, the frustration, the sadness, the grief, it all comes up. We're all human beings have pain and difficulty and adversity, but the idea of, you know, the part of being human is what are you going to do with it? How are you going to handle it? Are you going to let it destroy you, or are you going to, you know, turn your pain into a triumph that is then going to help heal you and heal others around you? And you know, that's really important to me, because healing the world is what we need, right? Especially right now.
Yes, it's absolutely true. And you know, it seems to me always that with yoga, and even in the yoga teacher training, you know, learning this like non-verbal communication and feeling the emotions from people. I think that after the yoga class, you feel more, right? Does that happen as well?
Yeah. Are you still sharing your screen on the course, or?
Yeah. I'm still. Can you see it?
Yeah, we're just really little in the corner, so I thought maybe.
Yeah. Okay. So I can stop sharing, because you know, like this, we showed it. Okay. Yeah, we can talk about the other models as well. But yeah, this feeling that like the non-verbal communication, that when you feel the energies from other people and feel the energy even in the room, right? So That's beauty with yoga. But now, of course, like with the online videos, right? Can that be felt as
Well,
well?
Blanca, that's how you found me, isn't it?
Yeah,
Online videos.
yes.
And when I met you, you said, I feel like I know you already, because I've been doing your yoga from my living room and I meet lots of people like this, that they feel connected from all over the world. I've never met them in person, but they're through the video. And actually, when I was 14, that's how I first got into yoga, through a video and a VHS that I watched every day, and I did the practice every day, and it meant so much to me. So I think, yeah, of course, human connection and being close proximity with people is what we're all about. But the technology is so great, and you can get a lot through the online. So I don't think it's a loss. It's actually just quite convenient to fit things into your life,
True. And even if you think about the investment, because you pay significantly less than if you go to the yoga studio, because here, so in a Basel area, it's like even 25, 30 Swiss francs per class.
Wow.
And you are with like 20 other people, right? So
well, here I'm giving you 30 classes for £90. So I think
it's nothing. And it's so
yeah.
if you do it only like 90 times, you paid £1 for the amazing video. And is it with the music or is it without music?
Yeah, I've put in each day, there's a playlist on Spotify that is available. There's not 30, there's only 5, but I put them in each, like every Monday the same playlist, every Tuesday a different playlist, every Wednesday another, so each playlist goes with the energetic theme of the sequence.
Yeah. And I follow Tammy on Spotify. I steal her playlist and I use them in my classes. But it's official. Everybody can follow you, right?
Yeah, of course.
What I also like that you don't have only the yogic music, but you very often have even like a modern rhythmical music, right?
Yeah. Make it accessible and relatable, not just chant music all the time. People get a bit put off. You want the vibe and atmosphere to be fun and enjoyable and light, so playing stuff that goes to bring out that fun side is important.
Perfect. And if somebody says, okay, I don't have like time to exercise, what about meditation? So you have there some meditation as well, right?
Yeah, for every Saturday.
Every Saturday is meditation, and that's yoga nidra, right?
Yoga nidra, or a guided breathing exercise, or guided meditation.
So lots of ladies in this course, they had a problem with stress and with sleeping, right? And we know that if we don't sleep well, then we cannot function well during the day. So what's the best? What's the number one tip that you would give of how to sleep like a baby?
Rest is best. Rest is radical, it's the thing we don't value in our society that is obsessed with productivity. But you're going to be so much more productive. And I know some people are like, I don't like to nap in the day. Well, yoga nidra, they say 20 minutes of this yoga nidra, yoga relaxation, is the equivalent for your body, the equivalent as 4 hours of deep sleep. So it's regenerating for all the cells. It helps you really get into that parasympathetic nervous system, calms the vagus nerve. So I think yoga nidra is probably the best. When I was really sick for both my pregnancies, this was the only thing I could manage, was lying down and doing the yoga nidra. Yoga nidra is like it's almost like self-hypnosis. It's like a body scan. So you're going through your body and you're mindfully like releasing and relaxing each part of the body, and it feels amazing. And sometimes you just fall asleep during it and when you're really tired, but sometimes you can keep your awareness there. And the idea is it brings your subconscious and your conscious into this special place where they're communicating together. So in that yoga nidra, you can set yourself really great goals or intentions or dedications, and align the energy of the subconscious, which can sometimes always really sabotage our goals. You align it with your conscious desires to get optimal outcomes. Wow. Self-hypnosis.
And
I am happy, content, and not stressed. I am vibrant. You know, you set yourself these affirmations, and then you put yourself under into this hypnotic state, I suppose, and then you come up and it's happening for you.
Fantastic. And you probably teach in your course, even because you were teaching this in a yoga teacher training, how to set up an intention, because that's also very important, that it's not in a future tense, that it's not in a negative tense. I remember you were like putting a drill on us to be aware of how to set up the intention and repeat it, right? So is that in the course as well?
Not explicitly, it's done within the meditation,
okay,
as part of the process of the meditation. But ultimately, it's essentially about saying that it's happening now. It's like you want to manifest, right? So instead of, say, if you're stressed, not to be like, I am not stressed, or I won't be stressed in the future. No, you take that and you spin it into the positive. You say, I am calm. I am relaxed. That could be your mantra instead, your positive affirmation. And you don't say I will be, or I am going to be relaxed. You say, you announce it to the world, you announce it to the universe. This is it. This is what it has manifested. I am calm. So it's not.
I absolutely love this, because I really believe whatever we say to the universe, it's provided to us. This happens to me all the time, that I, for example, say, hey, it would be actually good to have 2 new clients this week. Then I go to the email and I have their like emails. I'm like, oh my goodness, whatever. So I'm trying like not to be negative.
I did that bringing an ex-boyfriend back into my life once.
To me as well, like every time when I was like thinking about any of my like of many, they sent me a message. I'm like, no, I have to stop thinking,
That's it. I mean, you don't want to send mixed messages to out, and clarifying your being really aware of your desires and clarifying your intentions is a huge part in the process of achieving goals, right?
And actually, like Deepak Chopra, once he was saying that even if you don't know what you want, because sometimes it happens like we don't know, right? So he said, just meditate and keep saying, what do I want? What do I want? Like saying it 50 times. And then during the day, the answers will come, right? The universe will leave there the clues, the signs. You will see something written somewhere. You will speak to somebody. And even if somebody is now watching us, we did not appear just like this. We appeared for a reason, right?
You're going to be spooking everyone out now, but
no, but it always happens. And
it's not focus. It's like thought precedes form, on a quantum like physics level. Before you've got the material form, you've got an energetic imprint, and energy propels from one thing to another, and it's just the laws of nature, really. It's nothing too hocus pocus about it at all. You don't have to like sign up as a witch to now understand how this works. It's just
I think the main point in this is, and that's what we were teaching in your course as well, is this here and now. Not going to the past and not projecting to the future, because we are not there, and it's probably not even going to be how we imagine, right? And that's what yoga can help us. If we unroll the mat, right, and we just take the deep inhale and flow, real flow. Amazing.
Real body. And it's accessible, and everyone is entitled to this experience. It's not just for certain body types, certain class, certain culture. No, yoga doesn't really belong, originated in India, but it doesn't belong to one culture. It is it's an exploration into it's beyond religions, it's beyond science, it doesn't subscribe to any one ideology, because it's just a technology for self-inquiry. into the human condition, and it's about knowing what it is to be a natural human being in nature. Yes, that's for everyone.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. So now like everybody is going to look at the Real Flow Yoga. Hopefully your website will not crash.
Oh, I love you.
I might sign for it, right? You know, it's amazing. Yeah, we have to, unfortunately, like now and our chat, I could chat with Tammy for hours and hours, right? And really, so recommendation, give yoga a try. Yoga is not only on the mat, it's also about the yogic philosophy, understanding the chakras. You will be talking about the energy centers and tuning into the body and understanding what's happening in our body. Because if we are calm, and our mind is calm, the body will also be calm, and then we will not have any emotional overeating, and we will sleep better, and we will just flow the days with ease and joy.
It breaks down habits that do not serve you. It stops you from self-sabotaging and ruining your own goals, and it supports you in uplifting you and, you know, making you the best version of yourself. And that's, you know, it's been so healing for me for over the years, and it's always been my support. And you know, so I think, you know, it's really important to try.
Yeah, and that's what we will do. So thank you so much.
All right, thank you. Take care. Bye bye.
I'm just going to now